lights. Driver's side for you guys. Oops. Yep, perfect. This side indicator. Yep, perfect. Alright, let's get stuck back into this. Oh, they're stuck on there. I just got to drill this center hole out because there's a nipple on the back of the new light where the wire comes out. It's just not quite big enough. Is that wide enough? Nope. Ah, bugger. Okay. So these wires again are absolutely garbage. This whole trailer is going to have to be rewired, as in like a new main wire from the plug on the front to here. Now I'm not going to do that at the moment. So what I'm going to do is, so that I can at least tow this, I'm going to get this together, which I'm just going to use the rubbishy quick connects for it. I know it's not the right way to do it, but it's kind of the best option at the moment of not many options. So we're back a couple of days later. I've had a few sleeps and I'm going to rip this wiring out. I don't really want to have to contend with why it's not working. I know there's salt all the way through it, we saw that. So let's rip the wiring out and wire these up properly. So I'm just going to take this on here so I can pull it through the chassis rails, nice and easy. This will act as a draw wire. So I'm going to do something a bit different. So instead of using like a 5-core wire pre-bought, which is basically that. So you've got 5 wires or 7 wires, depending on how many, in a sheath. I've got some of that, but not enough. I want to limit the joins in this. So what I'm going to do is I have another type of low voltage cable here, which is perfect for this application. I'm going to use that, and the reason I'm going to use it will become more and more apparent, but I want the least amount of joins possible, because joins are where things fall apart. The right hand signal is green, so I've got these, coloured cable ties, which will stay on here. Sorry about the beeping, the neighbour's doing some work outside. So that's going to be my right indicator, and then I'm going to have right Parker. So we'll make Parker blue for right. Actually, what we'll do is that will be indicator. Make this really simple. Indicator, and we'll make this one brake, because these only have 3 functions, which is indicate, stop, and then Parker. But I'm going to put this one as brake. Now, these cables will stay on here as the identifiers. Now what I'm going to do, knowing that I only need no more than that amount of cable, I'm going to drag this back through so that I can then cut it and pull the next amount of cable through to get to the other side. Now, agree or disagree, but this is, I have all this stuff, and like I said before, I don't really want to throw too much money at this trailer at the moment. So red is the brake, green is right indicator. All right, so now what I can do is pull this back up and through. You guys missed it because I didn't pull the camera on, but I pulled the wire back and it's just got stuck on this bit of silicone here and come apart. So I'm just going to see if I can hook it and get it through like that. Yes. Right, back in business. So we've got the first one. We'll take the next one on this. These two together. Take this one here. So, I've had a change of heart. I'm actually going to pull these out of the chassis rail, and I'll do it now when I'm talking. I'm going to run these outside the chassis rail, because my reasoning, and it doesn't have to suit anybody else, but my reasoning is that I've got waterproof connectors, cool, but I reckon something eventually will still go wrong, and if it's in the chassis rail, you can't get to it, you got to silicone it up, the water gets in there, if it's not sealed properly, the water can't get out. I'm just going to put it outside, I'm going to neatly cable tie it to it. Like I said, it's a cheap trailer, it's just going to be for carrying the skis around every now and then. Let's do that, change the plan, let's keep it simple. That's going to work better. So I'm going to use these special gel waterproof connectors. You basically put your wires in, squash it, and then the gel squirts out. I don't know if it's the right terminology, but it encapsulates the wire, so it basically keeps it as free as possible from becoming waterlogged. So do that. So where's my wires? Okay, so we're going to go 1. That one's already a bit pushed. A little bit. So we're going to go red. That. And then we're going to go red. Just going to hold that like that, making sure they're all in, which they are. And then we'll squeeze like that. Okay, red. Done. Perfect. That's the common done. The brake is done. What I want to do is get the brake and the common hooked up on the other side, and we'll just make sure that everything's doing what it's supposed to do, and then we'll just button it all up by quickly clipping them all together. Okay, so before we button it all up, let's do some testing. So we'll go back to this. So this will be brake lights and off. Beautiful. So brake light works. Then we have green. Green should be that indicator. The driver's side for you guys. Oops. Yep, perfect. Then this one should be this side indicator. Yep, perfect. And then the only other one is the Parkers, which is this one. Keep them separate. And then Parkers. They're working both sides. Looks like it. Hey! Alright, that's all working. Beautiful. Alright, so I didn't bore you with wiring this up, but I've rewired the plug here. Because of the potential and definite water this is going to be exposed to, I'm just going to put some dielectric grease on this, just to try and assist with it staying as uncorroded as possible for as long as possible. Okie dokie. This back together again. All right, look at that. Good as I bought one. We're rewired and we're ready to hit the road. So the trailer's all rewired. You just saw I just finished off the plug. I'm gonna put the black ski on it and take it for a test drive. I also want to get the black ski ready because it's got to go to an appointment to be inspected so it can be registered. But I don't want to go too far at the moment. The trip I'll do is only about 10 Ks because these tyres worry me. They're basically a wheelbarrow tyre. They've got dry rot in them. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to have a blowout somewhere. So we'll do a short trip first, see how it goes. see how the trailer handles the weight of the ski. I've never had a ski on it before. Clearly it's a ski trailer, but just to see how it goes. And we'll see how we go from there. So let's put this behind the car, plug it in, make sure the lights work properly, and we will go for a drive. Alright, so first trip was pretty uneventful. We got here one piece. This trailer's very hoppy on the back of the car. It just, the whole time, it's da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, which I personally hate. Just drives me bananas. But anyway, it's here, the black ski. It's out in the sunshine, very dirty, very dusty, but fits on the trailer perfectly. I've just got to set up a couple of points on it properly so that it can be secured to the trailer. The front one doesn't fit. The last ski that was on here was a different size, so I've just got to do a couple of bits and pieces to that, but we'll go and get this ski registered so that we can put it on the water and float test it and then start using it. Catch you soon.